Ron McLeod, political reporter for the Yellowknife for News North newspaper, and I'm here with Liberal candidate Michael McLeod. Welcome, Michael. I know that many of our viewers and voters in the NWT know who you are, but for those who may not, introduce yourself for us, please.
My name is Michael McLeod, born in Fort Providence, raised in the Northwest Territories, educated here, lived my whole life here in the Northwest Territories. I have 3 children, married to my wife Joyce, and I have a long career in the communities. I worked as a band manager, I worked as a small business contractor. I also worked as an economic development officer for territorial government, and more recently I worked as a tourism development officer. And my career is also fairly long. I've been involved in politics for most of my life. I started off as a member of the Métis Nation, as the president of the Local 57. I also served many terms as the mayor of Fort Providence, and became the MLA for 3 terms, and also was a cabinet minister for 2 of those terms. I've been trained in the area of negotiations. I've also taken courses on public speaking, and I've also had media training.
Very good. People want to know, this is a very important election. Why are you running for the Liberal Party in this election?
My decision to run didn't happen overnight. It was after many years of talking to people who were calling me, wanting to talk about issues, asking for advice, and were generally dissatisfied with our representation. I had to point out on many occasions that I was not elected, and people started making the comment that I should be, and that maybe I should consider being the new voice in Ottawa. I did take a more serious look at the state of our economy. I took a good look at the government, who I realized is out of touch with what's happening in the Northwest Territories, and was very dissatisfied with the performance of our MP, and decided to run and represent the Northwest Territories. There's a lot of issues that have indicated that we need better attention from Ottawa. Our economy is slumping, our cost of living is increasing, housing issues are reaching a crisis situation, and as I look in the small communities, even as I visit them now, I see the level of unemployment is hitting national levels that are unheard of. In some communities where it's maybe even close up to 60%. I think I can do a good job. I haven't, not in the 10 years, seen our MP have any public forums, any town hall meetings. I think communication is poor with the Conservative government. It is also poor with the MP.
You mentioned some of the issues that are important to you here. Why should people vote for you? What are you going to deal with some of those key issues that you've just mentioned?
Well, I think I've been around long enough to identify issues that need to be given attention. We need to have our economy stimulated, or we're really going to start to feel the effects. Infrastructure investment is something that I really support. I think there's major projects that need to have attention. I'm the only MP candidate that's coming forward with a plan that has actually identified projects that we should be considering, such as the Mackenzie Valley Highway, the Cleanchill Road, the Inuvik Airport needs to be reconstructed. There's airports across the north that should be extended. We are the only ones that are talking about affordable housing here in Yellowknife, housing across the territories. The federal government has been reducing investment for such a long period that there's virtually no houses being built. We have zero vacancy in many of the communities, such as Yellowknife, and even the small ones, such as Fort Resolution. I think land claims issues are an item that has to be given more serious attention by the federal government. That they have to work with the Aboriginal governments and the territorial government to bring them to resolution. The DHO has done a lot of good work. The KHO is also in a position where they can move forward, but it's going to take serious government-to-government type of discussions to make that happen. I think there's a real need to start looking at a national water strategy. As everybody knows, our water levels are reaching historic lows, and the responsibility falls into the hands of the federal government, who I don't think is paying attention or maybe doesn't care. So those things have to be factored in and considered when you're going to go vote. I ask that people look at what I'm offering and compare it to the plans that the other candidates have announced, and consider voting for me.
Michael, I thank you for your time, for popping in today. We wish you the best of luck out on the campaign trail.
Thank you.